Hello, today we're going to be reviewing Godzilla's The Odyssey, one shot, written by Frank Terry, with artwork by Ilsa Krzyzewski, or Krzyzewsk. I'm not sure, I apologize, I've probably screwed that up very badly. So this is continuing the Godzilla Monster Theater books that have been coming out, where they're doing homages to things. And in this, it's Godzilla mixed with Homer's classic Odyssey story in this reinvention of the classic novel of the Odyssey. Odysseus is trying to get home, but the god Poseidon, who wants his revenge on him, but Zeus intervenes and has Godzilla help him get home. And you know, it's definitely interesting because it does follow the story of Odysseus and the Odyssey. And of course, the timing of this book is really interesting because there is Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. So I think that had something to do with this. But what Terry does here is kind of throwing Godzilla into the story actually kind of works, because in a lot of ways, the Greek god mythology, there are monsters and stuff. So it kind of makes sense that you could kind of throw kaijus into the mix at the same time, which was what they do here, because you see not only Godzilla, but other heroes from the Godzilla Monsterverse. And it really is just an interesting take on the story. And, you know, it's just kind of fun, especially with having the gods being really, you know, predominantly played into this, which makes sense because you have gods and monsters, hence that term. But it's a lot of fun. But the one thing that Terry does, he really keeps the Odyssey story, you know, front and center. So that's kind of interesting because you're telling this, you know, very well-known novel that I'm sure some people have not read, and he pretty much gives you the gist of the story within the parameters of like this comic book. But he does it really well, and he keeps the themes that are important to the story, but just kind of throws Godzilla and the other kaijus into it. So it's, you know, in that sense, it's a lot of fun. And Elias's artwork is really quite nice. I'm not going to try to pronounce the last name again. I apologize again. But it really fits the story really well. They do a great job of, you know, capturing the scope and the epicness of the Odyssey story and the epicness of Godzilla and the other kaijus. So it was a lot of fun, and like I said, it's a nice one and done. So what did you think? Did I miss anything in my review? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming reviews. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.